I know many of you out there may be wondering, who is Joe Rogan married to? I know many of you think he's gay, but apparently he's married. And the thing is he keeps it private, so we don't know anything about it. But I found an article, and I want to read it to you so we can learn more about the love of Joe Rogan. Sounds awful, doesn't it? All right, this article is from Newsweek, Inside Joe Rogan's Life with Wife Jessica Ditzel. Jessica Ditzel, let's see, this is Jessica Ditzel. Looky there, looky there. There it is. Huh? Got a butterface. I'm sorry, man. Oh, man. Sorry. I didn't mean to say it. Woo! It just came out. All right. Here we go. Oh, who's this written by? Ryan Smith. Here we go. As the host of one of the world's most listened to podcasts, Joe Rogan has become known for sharing forthright opinions on a broad range of matters. However, he tends to keep his family life out of the spotlight. That's because they're swingers. That's because they're swingers. They ain't fucking each other. Get out of here. Discussing topics making the headlines on any given day, the Joe Rogan Experience has seen the host share his takes on everyone from President Joe Biden to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Rogan 55 has also faced backlash. Last year, he was criticized by hundreds of medical and scientific experts for airing false statements on vaccines and the COVID pandemic. He also, boy, do we know. That's like, somehow Joe Rogan finds a way to talk about that almost every single episode. Almost every single episode, he is talking about COVID. It's crazy. Did you know the COVID scientists, they tried to speak out, but the government said, no, we don't believe that misinformation. You know, they were wrong, and they've never admitted they're wrong. You know, I don't know. That was a pretty bad take. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about. He also came under fire for his repeated use of the N-word across multiple episodes. Rogan apologized amid the backlash and also said that the clip shared on social media had been taken out of context. The UFC commentator started his podcast on YouTube in 2009. By 2015, had grown to become one of the world's most popular podcasts, regularly pulling in millions of views. In December 2010, what is this shit? Okay, we're going to read it. We all know this. Okay, here we go. Rogan signed a licensing deal with Spotify for platform exclusive rights to the broadcast of the podcast. The deal was widely reported at the time to be worth $100 million, although the New York Times reported in February 22 that the number for 3.5-year deal was at least $200 million. Away from being a dominant force in the podcast world, Rogan lives a relatively low-key life with Jessica Ditzel, his wife of 14 years, and their 3 daughters. Newsweek has taken a look at the couple's life together. It's the love and marriage section. You know, man, they're definitely, dude. Brendan Schaub outed Joe Rogan for, like, see, the thing is yeah, like, people don't pay attention. They tell you what they do. Listen, I've never been a big guy on doing, you know, like, I'm gonna stop that. Here's the thing. If you're out there doing these things in places and comedy clubs, like, people see it. People see you, you know, and Joe Rogan has been running through women out there too. Brendan Schaub outed him. That's one of the reasons Brendan got in trouble multiple times. I was like, wait, one of the reasons? There's lots of reasons Brendan's been in trouble. But it, you know, like, and look at her. She ain't trying to go for Rogan. Come on, man. Over the years, Rogan was known for voicing his opposition to ever getting married. However, that all changed after he met former cocktail waitress Ditzel in the early aughts. Of course, she was a cocktail. It just makes... I'm trying to be good, okay? I'm not going to say what I think. After several years of dating, the two tied the knot in 2009. I had to... What the fuck? Is that what you say when you get married? I had to? Oh, Lord, Joe... He don't care about her. Did he have a baby? They had a baby, didn't they? All right, let's read this. I had to. Comedian Rogan quipped to the Palm Beach Post in 2009 in marrying Ditzel. Not really had to, but you know she made a baby. But that's some like messed up shit to say about your wife. I had to. She made... What do you mean she made a baby? I didn't say they made a baby. Or does it just mean like she's the only one that can make the baby? They're swingers. That's what I think. Swingers. God, all right, I'll sign a silly legal contract. What she did was way more of a commitment. Oh, that's what he's saying, that she made a baby, so it was the only thing left for him to do was marry her out of sympathy that she did something that's really hard to do. I don't know. Several years later, in 2015, Rogan shared his take on marriage since becoming a husband, delivering a blunt verdict on the institution. Marriage is dumb. Effing dumb. Why would you say that? I mean, I get it if you're not married, like that's, but why would you say that if you're married? If you like serious about marrying someone, like that's a bad contract. Yeah, it could be love, you can have feelings, but that's still a bad contract. And if you're willing to sign a bad contract to be with someone legally, I mean, there's something to it, right? And this guy is just say, I had to. It's dumb. All right, Rogan, Mr. Romantics. That said, Rogan expresses happiness at life with his wife, telling the publication, she lets me do whatever I do. Swingers. Definitely swingers. That's how we get along. Or maybe they're just open, or maybe they probably don't even hump each other anymore, honestly. I'm sure there's so many trashy women willing to sleep with Joe Rogan. Ooh. Yeah. That's how we get along. Basically, we just do whatever we want, and she lives in my house with my money. She doesn't F with me. A prenup, of course. I'm ridiculous and dumb, but I'm not stupid. This is some shit. Like, I mean, you can trash your family to whoever. But here's the thing. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you really care of them, and I think you're a semi-decent human being, this is just my opinion. Who knows? The world's crazy. I just wouldn't trash like your partner, especially when you're a giant media outlet in the world, and you just don't want to bash your partner in public, or like bash. I don't know, man. It's just not cool. That's the person that lives with you, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm getting all emotional because I hit a blunt, and then But this seems like a rough way to describe your marriage and your relationship. Despite being married to one of the most recognizable men in the U.S., Ditzel is not known to be a red carpet regular. Her Instagram account is private with a relatively humble follower count of just over 200. She tells in her states in her bio on the social media platform that anonymity is underrated. Okay. Rogan and Ditzel's wedding was bookended by the birth of their daughters. Lola arrived in 2008, while Rosie was welcomed into the family in 2010. Rogan also raised Kaya Rose, Ditzel's daughter from a previous marriage, who is now age 26. Kylie Rose's biological father is widely reported to be the H-Town singer Kevin Dino Connor, who died in an automobile accident in Houston, Texas, back in 2003. Damn. During a 2012 appearance on Rosie O'Donnell's now defunct OWN program, The Rosie Show, Rogan spoke about the experience of raising a stepdaughter. She's an awesome kid, Rogan said. She's not just a daughter. She's like my friend. And I've worked really hard on making sure that we talk to each other as openly as possible. Even about boys and weird stuff that she feels. I don't know. The whole video might come down to what I'm about to say next. Because people may have opinions on it. If I had a daughter, I think I let that stuff just kind of play out. Like, let them figure it out. And that you like, why do you got to talk about, like, I don't know, man. Parents, I feel like relationship things are so personal. And I know when you're younger, you think you know how other people should be in relationships and what's good for them. But, like, it's just like, and plus it's your daughter, and that's kind of weird. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. Uncomfortable. It's really important that I have conversation with her where she never feels like she's out of the loop, he continued. She never feels like no one ever talked into consideration what her opinion of something is. So we have really cool conversation, which for a 15-year-old I think is pretty unusual. She's very smart. She's a really awesome kid. Okay, in 2015, Rolling Stone interview, Rogan spoke about how fatherhood had changed his life. I had to do it. This woman had my fucking kid. You know what? Porn and strip clubs seem so different to me now. He said that they're not out, but they just don't seem the same. They're not out. Dude, he's a swinger, man. They're in an open thing, dude. There's one too many. Dude, he done trashed his woman online, their marriage, whatever he thought. He done said strip clubs. He done said she done fucking mess with me. She lets me do my thing. Yeah, and they're not sleeping together because Joe Rogan likes men. Dude, we find out. Is that the Duncan Trussell? We find out what we look for. I'm on one tonight, guys. I'm on one. Yeah, okay. They're not out. Okay, he goes to strip clubs still. Why, dude, look, man. I'm going to be honest with you. As a tall guy, I had never had to go to a strip club. And, like, here's my opinion on strip clubs. Why would I pay some girl, like back in the college, why would I pay some girl to not get laid? You could just go to a bar or club and pick somebody up. You could meet somebody on a little app. It wasn't hard, man. It wasn't hard. So strip clubs didn't make you. No, you should be paying me. Damn, you should be paying me. This did good. What do you mean? I gotta pay you to dance in front of me and jiggle? Get the fuck out of here. I just never saw the point of strip clubs. You know? But hey, I had fun when I was young, man. Woo! But it gets, you know, you can't continue that forever unless you were young. You know, you had all that energy. Anyways. After decades of calling Southern California home, former Fear Factor hosts Rogan and Ditzel. What a dumb name, Ditzel. It makes sense for Rogan. His wife is named Ditzel. Oh, Lord. The world is fucking cruel, but she's rich as shit. So what a Ditzel gotta do, you know? Dude, I've been saying Ditzel this whole time, and it just now hit me how perfect of a name that is for Rogan's wife. How perfect of a name is that for Rogan's wife? Holy shit, man. Many of you that probably already done left this video now. Holy fuck. Rogan at the time forked over $14.4 million for an 8-bedroom, 10-bathroom, 10,000 square foot home in the Lake Austin area of the city, according to Variety. Isn't that crazy? He's like, a home's a home. Every time he does that, a home's a home, guys. You know, after a while, a home's a home. You know, yeah, that's why you got a $14 million home, because it's just a motherfucking home. No, that's a goddamn complex, dog. You got like garages. You're like right on the river, you know? That's just not a home, dog. That's a very expensive thingy. It was reported at the time that his new neighbors included actress Sandra Bullock and hair care billionaire John Paul Diore. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Months before making the move, Rogan said on the podcast he was mulling a relocation due to California's COVID-19 restrictions during the pandemic. He also cited the high cost of living on the West Coast as a reason for the move. I might move to Texas if California continues to be restrictive. I don't know. This is a good place to live, he said during a May 2020 broadcast. First of all, it's extremely expensive. The taxes are ridiculous. And if they really say that we can't do stand-up until 2022 or something like that, I might jet. I'm not kidding. This is silly. I don't need to be here. At the time, some regions of oh, God. Let's just forget about COVID. Is there any comments on this? Do they allow comments? Oh, poor little article just faded into oblivion until now. It's going to be seen by the world. That was good. You know, I think they're swingers. I think Joe Rogan likes men. See, look, they even put gay articles attached to this because they know too. Joe Rogan's gay. Okay, let's make a bet now. This must be, hold on, this must be recently, huh? Oh, it is. Oh, so hold on. If you made it to the end of the video, see this. No. Get the fuck out of here. Let's make a bet Joe Rogan talks about this. At some point in the next month or two, if this, we'll see what he says. He's gonna be like, girl, they just overturned gay marriage. That's what Joe Rogan, he's finally gonna come out. It's gonna break him, and the real Joe Rogan's gonna come out. And we'll all clap for him. We'll stand up like when the music starts getting really intense and like that glory music, when the basketball coach and the guy is driving down the lane and he's about to do the layup, you know, and that's what we'll do for Joe Rogan when he finally says he's gay. Anyways, have a good day. Let me know what you think about this marriage in the comments. Don't stay.